Good evening, it is Brian at Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare. I want to show you this 1.8i Honda Civic 1.6i-DTEC Smart Plus. Brian is my name. If there's any information you would like on this particular car here, please do give me a call, 086-843-1945. Call, text or WhatsApp if you want information on this car or any of the cars we have at the moment. This car here is actually a car that belonged to Honda Ireland, which is the main importer of Hondas into the country. So it's now for sale with a little bit of mileage on it, but there's a discount because of it. So someone's going to get some nice value on this car. This car will have a warranty until 2021. It'll have roadside assist till 2021. If you want more information about trading in your car, financing, any of that kind of stuff, again, 086-843-1945. Brian is my name. Please do give me a call. Let's have a look at the car. So these Generation 10 Honda Civic came out in 2017 and they are damn cool looking. This one is the really popular model, which is the middle spec called the Smart Plus, and it's a 1.6 Earthstream's 1.6i-DTEC engine. The car, in terms of how it looks, it's really distinctive, I think you'll agree. Every time I see them driving on the road, they always stand out. So if you're going down like a B road or something like that and you have one of these coming towards you, it just looks really cool and aggressive overall, so it does. So one more really quick look at the front of the car and then we're going to start having a look around it. So I think that's really cool. Anyway, in terms of the car itself, let's zoom back out here. Right, first things first, there is parking sensors across the front of the car. Daytime running lights, which are LED down through there, but you can turn on the headlamps, which are double optic, so it means essentially that in through here you have your through here where your daytime runner was is your parking light, this is your dipped headlamp, and over here then you have your full headlamp, and down through here your front fog lights, and over here these side markers I think are really nice. You don't see it at Volvos, I suppose, for years had them as well, but it's okay, it's probably because the car goes into the American market, but I actually really think it looks kind of distinctive. It makes the car stand out from some other cars on the road, especially when you see them driving at night time. After that, there is a lot of safety stuff going on the front of the car. So behind here you can see there's this panel in through here, and it's looking forward at things like speed signs. It's watching the lines on the road to keep you between the lines on the road, and after that then it's also watching the car in front of you using the cruise control to make sure basically that you are keeping a safe distance behind it. The wheels are a 17-inch alloy wheel, so basically if we look at those, they're a diamond cut setup, so they're nice and polished. The car in terms of condition is excellent, but you'd expect that because the car is nearly new. So looking down the side of the car, we've privacy glass up here, nice chrome surround around the windows, and after that then in terms of other features, the car has a useful auto light function, and also there's a setup for closing and opening the windows from the key. So at the moment the car is locked. Basically if I give that maybe 20 seconds or so, we'll see the lights have gone off. If I hit the key along there, lights will come back on, and after that then if you watch the windows over here, I'm holding this key for a minute, windows can come down, or similarly if I hit the lock button, windows can come back up, and look at the wing mirror, it's gone back in as well. So it's dead handy when you're locking the car, even from inside the house, you know that everything's locked up, and these lights will stay on for about 20 seconds, so it means if I was just after getting out of the car I can walk up to the front door of the house. Yet still have the lights lighting, so it means that then I can see what I'm doing. After that then, in through here, this is a 1.6 litre i-DTEC engine. This engine was in the previous model Civic. It is really damn good on fuel. So the previous model Civic, they promised 78 miles per gallon, which is about 3 point something litres per 100 kilometres, 3.7 or something like that. Anyway, realistically, pinch of salt, all that kind of stuff. 60-65, very realistic. Somewhere in the region of litres per 100 kilometres, which was about 4 litres or so. This is now compliant with the latest, and there's lots of them, emissions regulations in Europe for car production now. So this car actually qualifies for the latest. It is the cleanest diesel engine Honda have ever made, and in this segment of car, it's one of the cleanest diesel engines meeting the new criteria that's actually available at the moment, so it's actually ahead of the posse in some of those cases. That car, we've had demos now which have run in the region of about 5 or so litres per 100 kilometres without trying. So that's somewhere in the region of 55-60 miles per gallon, which is quite good, but that's without trying, because the demos, unfortunately, they don't get a chance to get out on the road as much, so they're not doing the lower fuel efficiencies, but there is potential after that. We've one customer there at the moment who I actually texted the other day, and this customer has come back to us basically saying that he's doing about 4 litres per 100 kilometres, which is somewhere in the region of about 70 miles per gallon. So I'm sure if I rang him and wanted him to confirm that for anyone, I could just make a quick call and I'd say he might. After that then, in terms of space and all that kind of stuff. Just moving around to the back of the car actually. We're going to have a quick look in the boot. The really good thing about the hatchback is it's really accessible. So the boot is very easy to get into, nice and big. And then after that I quite like this because, okay, you can pull it from one side to the other, which is great, and it makes it even more accessible to get into the boot quite easily. But if you want, you can still put that in and you can still pile stuff up in through here. So there's a degree of flexibility, and then that is on the back window. So it means when you close it down, it's actually covering what you have in the boot for privacy. But in fairness, there is actually a tinted window on the back down through here as well, and also these rear windows have privacy set up as well. Spoiler up top is actually nice looking, but it does have a practical function because it's channeling air all the way down the back, down through this spoiler here, and off the rear of the car in the most aerodynamic fashion possible. And to be fair, when a company gets to that kind of level of actually trying to channel air off the rear of the car, you know that fuel efficiency is one of the, I suppose, the cornerstones of how they've develop the car overall. On the rear of the car there is parking sensors across through here, which are obviously quite useful, and there is a reversing camera as well, and the rear lights on the car are a nice LED, so a little bit hard to see, but during the day because it's just bright at the moment, but all the way down through there. And one thing I find about that car is when you are in traffic and a Honda Civic is in front of you at night time, it's such a nice outline. You just see these two lights either side, and there's a nice sharp bright LED number plate light. So it's a really, again, as I keep saying, it's a distinctive car from the rear. It looks very, very cool overall. I've often actually seen one of them behind me pulled over just to let it past, so I can actually watch the car as it goes past and then follow it because it looks really nice. And yes, at this stage I'm sure most of you will agree that is a damn nice looking car, but I know there is going to be some of you out there that are going, my god, no way, I do not agree. And that's the whole thing about this car as well. It is an individualistic car. It's not going to be for absolutely everyone, but no car can do that. But what's nice about these is they're not everywhere. There's lots of common cars on the market, and if you pull up on one of these, I am 100% sure you buy something like this. I mean, I'm watching it the whole time. People are picking up their cars and going putting diesel in them. We're getting the calls from people. You put into a petrol station, people look at that car because it's unusual. It's not like what's around, and that's what's cool about it. So if that's something that appeals to you, definitely you got to come try one of these. If it's something that doesn't appeal to you, then okay, that's not the car for you. But anyway, let's continue having a look around. In the back there is, along here, we have chai locks over here, speakers down through there, and then after that tweeter in through here, so quite a good stereo system overall. In terms of the rear seats, we have 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts, ISOFIX here, ISOFIX there, armrest in through the centre, which drops down through there with drinks holders, and then obviously things like carpet mat set and all that kind of stuff. And over here there is a kangaroo pocket for storage. If we move into the front of the car, there is front and rear electric windows with folding mirrors, which we saw already. Down through here, aluminium pedals. Overall then we've got parking sensors front and rear we talked about. Autonomous braking, which under 32 kilometers an hour tries to stop you hitting the car in front if you don't hit the brakes. Lane change warning, not a control, just a warning to warn you if you've drifted out of lane. Traction control after that. In terms of the inside of the car, just give you an idea of what the clocks look like. So I've put in the key, put in the clutch, and there's a really nice startup sequence on those clocks overall. So I'm just going to move the car around because the sun is there, and this is a really rubbish camera, unfortunately. Okay, so in terms of the centre, as you can see in through there, we've got things like our fuel efficiency, how much fuel you got left in the tank obviously, average speed, things like navigation information, speed signs that we've encountered is telling you 60, 80, 100 kilometers an hour, whatever that is, music, Bluetooth, all that kind of information down through there, maintenance and what have you. Over here on the steering wheel you have Bluetooth, which is voice activated, and this is controlling what we just looked at there, and these are radio controls over here. On this side we saw already there's a lane change warning, but this is a lane keep assist. So if I hit that button and I hit this one here, it's telling me in through there that I've got my lane keep assist going on, adaptive cruise control, and these then light up when you or when the car detects that it's got, you know, lines either side that it needs to keep within. And also then if I set my cruise control over through here, I can see how far I want to stay, so it'll follow the car in front, 4, 3, 2 car lengths, whatever suits you after that. In terms of the Wipers, they are automated, so they come on when rain falls on the sensor over here. Headlights are automated, so again, it'll pick up darkness. But the other thing as well that's really cool is it'll go for full lights in the country, dip light when it meets traffic, back into full, all by itself. Very cool. Down through there is USB and auxiliary connector and all that kind of stuff in through there. Heating controls with different temperatures on each side of the car, and then we've got our climate function, which is all touch and swipe and all that kind of stuff in through here. After that then, if I go into home, climate off, back into home, so it's Android the way it works. Fine, so I'm in there, and then we can see I've got my navigation up through there. And after that then things like, we'll say smartphone connection, which is going to allow you to use Google Maps or Siri, or basically, in other words, Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in through there, so that all your phone functionality will come in through here. General audio, phone, and then internet radio, and it's all touch and swipe and easy to use. After that then, we know there's front and rear park sensors, but we also have a camera with different types of cameras that are there. And that's also dynamic guidelines, which is cool. And after that then, this is leather, there's nice aluminium sort of finishes all the way around the dash, and the plastics and leathers feel quite good. And this lady then will tell you if you haven't released the parking brake. So the parking brake, some people like it, some people don't, but one thing I do find is everyone gets to get used to it after a while. So if you haven't got one, do not be put off by it, because it is absolutely simple. So engage my handbrake, disengage my handbrake, that's it. How hard is that? After that then, more storage in through here with another USB connector overall. So basically, if you want a diesel car which is 120 horsepower with 300 newton meters of torque, 180 euros a year for road tax, and if you want a car that's got a really good level of equipment, including things like navigation, parking sensors, driving aids, all the safety features that you'd like to see, and if you want to be different, if you want a car that actually turns heads and stands out compared to all the other cars on the market, then this is definitely a car that you should consider if you already haven't. And like we were saying, what's good about this one is it is a 181 registered car, but it's got some discount because there's some mileage on the car, so it's good value for someone. If you're in the market at this point of the year, we're over halfway through the year, if you're looking at a car and you're saying, you know what, I would like to buy a brand new car, but maybe I don't feel like buying a car at this point of the year brand new, then this is the kind of thing you're looking at, because you still get all the advantages of having a brand new car, but it's got some discount. We can trade in any car you have from this car here, and we can organise finance because we deal with all the major lenders. So as you're saying, 086-843-1945, Brian is my name, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits. Hopefully this car is of interest no matter where you are in the country, and thank you for taking time to watch.